In this video, we're going to walk you through how to find the various materials in the studio. There's these helpful diagrams to help you if you get lost, but for now we'll just go cabinet by cabinet and drawer by drawer. So in the first cabinet that Hannah opens is frame looms. In the drawer above that, we see rubber bands and fabric crayons. Then in the upper cabinet, there's irons, hot plates, and wax tins. Going back to the drawers, we see batiking tools. Underneath that are stencil brushes and rubber bands. Below that are small foam core boards that you'd probably use in fibers projects. And then in the very bottom drawer is newspaper. There are a few collections stored in plastic bins underneath the countertops. You can see tinker toys, blocks, and frames. In the cabinet above that, we can see frying pans and dies. In the cabinet below, you see felting supplies and fabric. In the cabinet above, there's yarn, needles, roving, and other fibrous materials. This drawer holds just a few mirrors. And next to that are some adorable hair dryers. In the cabinet below those drawers, there are frames for paper making. The other paper making supplies are in this cabinet, blenders, and then the samples of paper. This cabinet is full of tempera paint, which is kept separate from the acrylic paint that's in the next cabinet. There's a light table on the countertop underneath the paint cabinets. Below the light table is a drawer full of round paintbrushes. Beneath that are the flat brushes. The drawer beneath that holds alternative brushes. And then the very bottom drawer is full of magazines that can be used for collage. The drawer next to the round brushes holds all of the palette knives. There's an empty drawer next to that. And then in the cabinet below are all different types of palettes. Okay, moving right along to the stand-up cabinet next to the wall blockers. All of these drawers are numbered and labeled, so they should go back in the correct numerical order. The first drawer has pencils and erasers. The second drawer has rulers. In the third drawer we find scissors. The fourth drawer has X-Acto knives. The fifth drawer has masking tape. There's duct tape in the sixth drawer. Then there's two drawers of crayons. The seventh one has loose crayons, and the eighth drawer has crayons in boxes. Again, there's two drawers of colored pencils. 9 has loose pencils, and 10 has boxed ones. In 11 we have watercolor pencils. There's thick markers in drawer number 12, and then thin ones in drawer number 13. Up to the top again, there's two drawers of oil pastels, 14 and 15. There are two drawers of watercolors, 16 and 17. There are regular pastels in 18 and 19, and then chalk in 20. There's charcoal in 21. There are ink pens and brushes in drawer 22. In the drawers below that are actual ink and ink cups, and then Elmer's glue. Number 27 has rubber cement. Number 28 has glue sticks. Number 29 has punches and compasses. Drawer 30 has Sharpies, and then 31 usually holds gloves. There's also a large storage closet in the back of the studio that holds even more art materials. When you walk in, you'll see printmaking materials. And then there's a shelf full of the boxes that you use for the lab school. In between shelving units, there's an ironing board as well as a container full of plaster. This shelf holds plaster tape as well as materials for mosaics or other little odds and ends. There's sculpture materials in this cabinet, metalworking, jewelry tools, just a lot of odds and ends that get collected that are definitely useful but might not be used all the time or might not fit out in the cabinets or in the flat files. There's plenty of space in this closet for things like that. There's plenty of plastic bins if we acquire new materials or you need to reorganize or you might need to transport things with you to a different location. There are glue guns, staple guns, extra staples. There's extension cords. A good rule of thumb is if you see something out of place anywhere in the studio, even in the closet, go ahead and just take a minute to put things where they belong. Make it look nice and take pride in this beautiful studio. There's also a cart that fits well inside this closet, so you can load it up with the materials that you're going to use if you don't want to put everything away at the end of a lesson because you'll be using them again. There's another flat file underneath the paper cutter. In this top drawer you see easel pads. Underneath that is foam core and cardboard. There's more cardboard underneath that. Even more cardboard. There's a lot of it. Then there's scrap paper underneath that, conveniently located next to the cutting table and the paper cutter. Then there's newsprint beneath the scrap paper. There's large drawing paper beneath that. And in the drawer underneath that, there's drawing paper that's been cut in half or smaller. There's construction paper and then black construction paper in the very last drawer.